Day Dawns ARKS. Welcome everyone to your Phantasy Star podcast recorded live on October 5th, 2021. I'm one of your hosts, PrinceBrightstar. Xance, of course, is off for this one, as they are for all the reaction episodes that we do here, just because of their schedules. But anyway, today we have NGS Headline number 4. So it's going to be interesting here, because we're at a very precarious period here in the game, where most of the community is essentially up in arms regarding the current state of the game. A lot of players say that there's just nothing to do in the game, and, you know, aside from doing dailies and weeklies, I'm in agreement with them as well. It's very limited what we can do at this point. Just recently they had the ARKS Challenge program, which was at least going to give some players something to do, and even that just ended up being canceled because of all the issues that are going on. The fact that the game just simply can't even count from 0 to 10 and not keep track of that if you accidentally log off or get disconnected or something like that. It's a really bad period for the game right now. Granted, this series has had its bad periods in the past, and you look back to Phantasy Star Universe, there were issues similar to that back then. This series has always had its ups and downs, but this is definitely a low point for the series right now, and it's really going to be up to Sega to kind of give us a good showing today in terms of what content is coming this month, as well as what content is coming in the near future, for really any of this for players to stick around at all at this point. And yeah, Betsujin, I do agree with you there. They did at least compensate players when that happened, but this is still a very bad time for players, especially right after the launch of the game, after the launch of New Genesis, when you had a whole bunch of players that basically didn't even want to play the original PSO2 when the announcement was made that New Genesis was even coming in the first place. You know, that announcement was made right before the game even released in the West officially, or rather globally officially. And yeah, so for players to be seeing these kind of errors, I'm sure that some players don't even realize that the original game still exists, and all they have to do is go over to a Ryuker device and transfer over to the original game to even play it at this point. Or, you know, there are probably some players that just don't ever intend to touch that version of the game, the original base PSO2, to find out what happened there. So, yeah, it's a very bad period here, where there's very little story at all at this point. The one quest that we did get about a month ago only lasted like, what, 10-15 minutes? It's really not that good of a situation. And Mini Chris, yeah, it was around that period. We had the 2 beta tests leading into it, but it was like right around the time when the Steam launch, or not the Steam launch, the Microsoft Store launch happened, as well as, of course, the Xbox One version launching officially as well. They made the announcement, and so that kind of set players on the way that they were throughout that period. That is the official stream coming up here. Let me turn this down. Okay. Yeah, so they're prepping the stream right now. This is the same thing that they do every single time, where they preload into things for a couple of minutes here. In fact, I'll just let me actually mute that stream here, because I do want to bring up before we actually get into it here today. I do want to bring up once again this information here, what they're going to be talking about. They're going to be talking about current operations, future updates, intriguing campaigns, and other related topics. Specifically in this episode, they're going to share with us the latest information on NGS with videos, including the new class Bouncer and the Halloween event, both coming in October. There's also going to be a special teaser for the new region coming in December. And if we go back to the roadmap real quick here, Potentially, they may also be talking about the release of Trigger Quests, the mission passes, as well as the Evolution device sharing system. So there is a lot they could potentially talk about today, but they really need to lock this down at this point, and make their player base happy. Because if we go over here to the Japanese side, you can see it's not doing that well here. 702 thumbs up versus 1.3k down. In fact, let me refresh this real quick just to make sure this is accurate. Yeah, so that it's and okay, one thing I am glad about is they did finally open up the chat. This was closed up until very recently. Okay, and it looks like they're getting started here, so let's go ahead and check this out here. Let's see. Get rid of the music. There we go.
Welcome back, everybody, to NGS Headline.
Hello, everyone. It is now 9 p.m. Welcome to NGS Headline. I'm Hiro Arai, the official PSO2NGS navigator, and I'll be the host of this program. Once again, bringing you the latest info about NGS. Long time no see, everyone. There is a new segment in this episode of NGS Headline. You don't want to miss this important information. Now then, let's start. This program is about Sega's online RPG, PSO2 New Genesis, also called NGS, with information about current operations, future updates, and news about campaigns. In this program, we share info about the present and future of NGS with all of our players. This is a pre-recorded broadcast. If you would like to watch it in Japanese, it will be available on the Japanese NGS YouTube channel. Please check it out there. Now then, the part you've all been waiting for.
Let's see what they got.
NGS Hot Information.
Let's have a look at the updates for October. Check out this video.
Alright, Bouncer's releasing on October 13th, so we've still got another week to go. So Jet Boots and Soaring Blades are back. And Deirdre appears to be the NPC for them. Hold down the Photon Arc button to use additional photon points to charge the power and potency of Jet Boots. Use techniques for an additional elemental attack. Soaring Blades' attack power and potency change when the same Photon Arc is activated during a Photon Arc. Action Photon Blade increases photon point recovery amount when launching a regular attack at an enemy. You know, that some of that looks similar to the Etoile, actually. And use 5 battle triggers on the trigger portal to play battle triggers. Battle via Yellow Alien Troopers. Okay, so Battle Via is a new quest type taking place in an area similar to the Cocoons, and you receive a large amount of EXP and materials as a completion reward. Recommended for leveling and gathering enhancement materials. So it has some potential there. Battle via Purple Alial Devastators. These are high difficulty quests whenever you're inside of one of the Purple Battle via. Defeat the Gigantics that spawns continuously within the time limit. Ah! Get stronger weapons, Gigas-type augments, and more. Yes! I agree with you there, Betsagen. This looks like content. Various new elements coming. The new mag form function to change your mag's appearance is finally in on the 13th. And the new mission pass is in on the 13th as well. They're bringing everything out on the 13th. There's also a new Meltech Doval. That'll probably be for bouncers. New special scratch. You can get new weapon camos and hard to get PSO2 items. And specialized scratch ticket available as a reward from weekly tasks. Interesting! Color variant weapons will be added to drop items. And color variant weapons also change photon art effects. And additional waves for mining rig defense Alia are coming. More intense raids from wave 7 and onwards. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to redo the music on that. So this is probably going to add Wave 7 and 8 if I had to take a guess, but way back in the... Well, I'll get back to that in a moment. We've also got another AC scratch ticket coming here. Battle outfits inspired by specialized aerial combat. And cast parts with heavy equipment specs are available. So more cast parts are finally coming. As well as Gothic Lolita-inspired outfits. And you've got the finger snap emote, sit 9, landing heavyweight, jump heavyweight, and the move heavyweight. There's also a jet boost glide. And the Star Gem scratch ticket is also updated once the bouncer releases. Bunch of hand poses here. Some motions there. 4 Core Renewal Collection, 4 on the 20th of October. And Ragnar Coat and Lorette Beldia are coming back. A lot of this looks pretty nice. Going back to what I was saying about the Urgent quest real quick, the original design for that particular quest, at least in base PSO2, was designed to support up to 50 waves, potentially. So, I don't know if they're ever going to bring it to that length here, but we'll see.
First, we have information about our new class, Bouncer. The highly mobile Bouncer class uses 2 types of weapons, Jet Boots and Soaring Blades. Their class skills have a unique feature in regards to physical and elemental downs. By learning the class skills Physical Decline or Elemental Decline, enemies hit by photon arts become easier to physical or elemental down. This effect carries over to other players as well. You will be able to learn the basic Bouncer attack style by taking on the task from Deirdre, who is also the Braver class instructor. Each of the Jet Boots photon arts will change in power and potency when you hold down the photon arts button and use additional PP. Additionally, using techniques will launch an additional attack of the same element when a photon art successfully lands on an enemy. After learning the class skill Jet Intensity, you'll be able to perform a powerful series of attacks by holding down the normal attack button when there is an enemy within a certain range. We recommend using a variety of photon arts during normal combat and Jet Intensity when the enemy is down to deal large amounts of damage. Soaring Blades enhance the power and potency of attacks by releasing the same photon art again during a photon art. In addition, by learning Photon Blade PP Recovery, the The Photon Blade weapon action will not only deal damage to enemies, but also increase PP recovery from enemies you strike. The potency and
Interesting.
attack speed of the Photon Blade temporarily increases when you use the class skill Fanatic Blade. By making full use of the Photon Blade and combining it with Photon Arcs, this weapon will serve you well in a variety of situations. Additionally, a new augment capsule, Meltech Dual Bluff, will be released alongside the Bouncer class. This is an augment that works well with bouncers. You don't want to miss it. Next up, we'd like to introduce a new quest type, Battle Dia. Battle Dia will be available at special
So it
terminals
looks like battle
called
triggers are coming
trigger
from
portals
enemy drops.
found
The
in
question
open
is, which
field,
type is it?
where the
Or
party
which
leader
enemies do
uses
it come
5
from?
special keys called battle triggers to play. You can get battle triggers from rare drops by defeating enemies. Battle Dia Yellow is a quest that rewards you heavily. By clearing the quest, you gain a large amount of experience, as well as items that you can use to enhance your equipment efficiently. The
And
new
you know what? This is
Alio
probably the
Troopers
best
can
way for
earn
them
you
to have
gold
done this.
trim
If they had
swords
made this
and
like
gold
a
trim
scratch
armor,
reward or
which are
something like
already
that,
enhanced
that
to plus
could have
20.
killed the game right there. So good on them for doing it
Battle
this
Dia
way.
Purple is a high difficulty quest, and the new Alio Devastators challenges the player to defeat a series of Gigantics within the time limit. You will be able to get items such as Straga series weapons and Gigas type augments. Make sure to thoroughly prepare before taking on this challenge. Battle triggers can be sold via the personal shop for those who do not plan on playing Battle Dia quests. Moving on,
Okay, so
a new
you
feature
can
will
sell those
become
passes
available
if you've
called
if
Mission
you've got
Pass,
the
where you will
premium
receive
or the
deluxe items by collecting stars
the ability
from
to trade
clearing
through the
tasks.
other ways.
The contents of the pass will change each season and include mag forms, which allow you to change the appearance of your mag. Item rewards such as new accessories, stamps, color variations of existing outfits.
So I
and
do see a
personal
mission
shopping
badge in there. The
3
question
days
is
ticket.
that going to be compatible with
The new mag
base
form feature
PSO2
is one we've all
mission
been waiting for
passes
since
to
its
allow players to
announcement
get
prior to the
the
launch of
end game
NGS.
augments or not.
All characters on your account will be able to give mags a new look with Change Mag Form by using mag form items via Add New Form in the mag menu. Furthermore, you'll be able to select all mag evolution device appearances registered in PSO2 in the Change Mag Form menu. Have fun adventuring with your favorite mag using this feature. Let's talk about color variant weapons now. Upon defeating enemies, you'll have a chance to receive rare drops of weapons in a different color than usual. The attack and other parameters are the same as normal weapons, but the graphics when you perform actions will change. In PSO2, you could change the photon color of your weapon in the item lab, but as this is difficult to obtain in NGS, the colors will instead be reflected in a variety of actions, such as photon arts and weapon actions. Now, some of you may be wondering what happens when a color variant weapon without preset skills is dropped. We'll talk more in depth about preset skills in the new segment later on. Next up is the introduction of the special scratch ticket, where you can get deluxe items such as weapon camos and end color change passes. These scratch tickets can only be drawn using exclusive special scratch tickets. Special scratch tickets can be obtained from weekly tasks and mission pass, and occasionally from Battle Dia, Purple, which we introduced earlier.
So
In an
scratches that you
update to
can't
the
get
mining
through
rig defense
through
urgent
paying.
quest, we will see additional
Aside
waves.
from activating mission passes, of course.
It will be more difficult than ever to defend the mining rigs, so try taking on the challenges with enhanced weapons. And now for a look at new scratch tickets. The new AC scratch ticket Aerial Defenders will soon be available. Specialized aerial combat-inspired battleware, heavily equipped cast parts, and gothic Lolita-style outfits are on their way. There will also be accessories such as head antennas and
Definitely
hover
makes
wings
that
to
male
expand
cast
the
there
range
look
of
pretty bulky.
mecha-themed styles you can achieve, as well as accessories that can be easily coordinated with Gothic Lolita fashion. There are also items to change the motions for jumping, landing, and running, as well as a new variation of the sit emote, making this a very attractive scratch ticket. At the same time, the new SG scratch ticket Soaring Bouncer will also be released. You'll be able to get outfits and hairstyles based on the new Bouncer class, as well as items that can change your idle motion and a
I'm
Bouncer
curious
pose
what's
emote.
behind the Type 1 loop around the neck
The
of
daily
the...
free SG ticket lets you
yeah, what's
draw
going
from
on
the
with that?
same
Is that
lineup
like
as
supposed to be
Soaring
a pillow
Bouncer
to
once a day.
rest
So
their
log in
rest their
every
neck
day
on
to
or
get your
something?
items. We apologize for the lack of explanation in earlier announcements regarding SG scratch tickets about how the prize lineup is carried over from previous tickets. Please
Right, they
note
apologized
that all
for
the
this
prizes
previously.
from the current SG scratch ticket, ARKS Conductor, will be carried over to this upcoming SG scratch ticket as well. Starting on October 20th, the AC Scratch Ticket Oracle Renewal Collection 4 will become available. As with the
makes
previous
sense,
renewal
Rooks, yeah.
collection, the prize lineup was featured in the Japanese version of the game, but this is the first time they are appearing in the global version. The popular Dragnar Coat and Laurette Beldia from PSO2 will be making their NGS debut. Other accessories, emotes, and hairstyles
I am
adapted
curious about
for
those new
NGS
weapon
will
drops
also be available.
with the different color
So
variants,
please
if they're
check
going to
those
have
out.
like a specialized name or something.
Next, let's look at a video about updates for the second half of October.
Alright, second video. Alright, here comes the Halloween event. So this is probably where we're gonna finally get the fire type element weapons. And more mischief symbols have appeared in the city. Did that say Reaper Rappy? Stamps and mag forms. Hey there, Lord Samuel. Yep, fire exploit. There it is. And it looks like the region mags are getting into the festivities. Reaper's Rappy, there they are! Alright, so they finally changed it so that now you're going to be fighting in the Resolve Forest, apparently, instead of Mount Magnus for most of this. And the... Ooh, color variants on the new weapons as well. Monster Masquerade AC Scratch. Dark Hero and Wizard type outfits. That doesn't leave much to the imagination. I can see somebody saying explosion there. Except we already had that crossover, didn't we? Oh, Zombie Rappy. Interesting clicking emotes. Powerful glide.
So what did you think? Now, let me give you a slideshow overview of the update.
Doing well,
The
Chris.
Halloween event starts on October 27th. Central City will get dressed up for Halloween with ghosts, bats, and jack-o'-lantern decorations. Once again, there will be mischief symbols hidden throughout Central City, so be sure to find them and get your reward. Furthermore, the trees in the combat sector Wrestle Forest will turn into dead trees, and seasonal enemies will be roaming about. Reaper Rappies will also appear, dressed up in
Yeah, I agree with you there, but again, if players are not
very cute,
liking
so keep an eye
content,
out.
I guess they could start just using the
And once more, we
the
will be
salt
seeing
emote
Sienna,
in
who
mass.
has been our guide in all previous events. Just as before, seasonal points can be obtained by completing tasks and defeating seasonal enemies, and the points can be exchanged for stamps and accessories.
But no, this is good.
In addition, the new Fire Element Flammel series are 4-star weapons, making it even more powerful than the past elemental weapons.
It's nice that they're finally doing
Please
this as a
take this
4-star.
opportunity to get one. Seasonal enemies with the Halloween event symbol will have their elemental weakness changed to fire. So use fire attacks to your advantage in battle. Next, we have scratch ticket information. The new AC scratch ticket, Monster Masquerade, includes spooky monster-themed outfits perfect for Halloween. You can get a wide variety of items, such as dark hero
Now the question is, are the
with
battle
bat
triggers going
and
to be
succubus
affected by this as well?
inspirations, and adorable
The
zombie
seasonal
rappy
event, like,
as
can
well
you
as
actually
change
prep
motion items for
fire-based
items,
weapons
and a
in
new
order to go in
variation
there
of the
and take
suspended
down
emote.
enemies more easily?
That concludes the information on October updates. Let's move on to this new segment. NGS Operation Report.
Operation Report, alright.
Since the launch 4 months ago, we have received lots of feedback from our players regarding game content and updates. I have chosen feedback and questions from you for the dev team and live ops team, and I would like to bring you their answers in this NGS Operation Report segment. First, we have this. As it is unclear, please tell us about the roadmap from here on out. Let me answer that. We had released the roadmap in the information program before the game launched. However, since we didn't show it in this program after launch, it seems that there are quite a few people who didn't know about it. That is something we should have considered. Furthermore, we have not provided sufficient information regarding the direction of upcoming PSO2NGS updates, causing some of our players to feel uncertain. We sincerely apologize. There is one major update approximately every 6 months in NGS. During these updates, large fields, called regions, and new stories set in these regions are added. The next major update is scheduled for December. A new region as big as Alio will be released, along with Chapter 2 of the story.
So it doesn't sound like they're increasing the speed of major content
at the end of this
releases.
segment today. I would like to show you footage of the new region. You don't want to miss it. During the period between these major updates, our objective is to work on player-related expansions, new quests, seasonal events, and minor system improvements and additions. However, we have also received the following feedback regarding such objectives. There is not a lot of playable content. Please update it more frequently, like you did with PSO2.
They're addressing it.
Allow me to answer that. The difference in the frequency of updates between NGS and PSO2 is as I described before. However, the dev team also thinks that the small range of playable content in PSO2 New Genesis is a big problem. They have taken your feedback and will make some significant changes based on that.
That's good news.
Planning and production are already underway for a higher volume of content to come in updates after December so that our players can enjoy the game even more. While we will need some time to solve this problem, we do plan to further enrich the game, so we ask for your patience. Next
All right.
is this.
That's a good step.
Urgent quests spawn spontaneously, so sometimes I don't make it in time. Could you address this, such as by increasing the spawn rate? To answer this question, PSO2 New Genesis was originally designed with the intention for players to play mainly in the open field and enjoy the spontaneous urgent quests and Gigantics fights. However, we have received a lot of feedback that this is inconvenient for players whose gaming time is limited, and that is true. Therefore, to test a change in objectives, there will be a campaign where urgent quests are announced ahead of time for 1 week, starting tomorrow.
Oh, this...
Additionally,
Okay!
when new urgent quests or expansions to current urgent quests are released in the future, they will randomly occur at a higher rate for about a week after release. We will decide how to move forward in the future based on the response to this as well. I will also be talking more about urgent quests in the Satellite Information segment later on. So
Yeah,
far,
if they
we've
bring back
talked
the
about
calendar, that's going to be a
general
great
operational
step.
objectives. But I've also chosen some questions about the game that everyone's curious about. First is this one. I have a weapon or armor that I like, but I don't feel like enhancing it until there's a drop with a preset skill. Are there any plans to implement a transfer function? I have an answer from the dev team. The dev team plans to implement a preset skills transfer function for weapons with the same name in a future update. The color variant weapons introduced earlier will be treated the same as the original color weapons of the same name. Therefore, there is no need to wait until you get a color variant weapon or until you get a drop with preset skills to enhance your weapon. Additionally, they said that they are also considering implementing it for multi-weapons. However, they will be rolling out these functions in stages, so the support for multi-weapons might not become available until later on. On to the next question.
So that's
Some
a
nice
good
players
change as
help
well.
others via blight rounds, but it would be great if gathering materials such as minerals and vegetables were easier to find. I have an answer from the dev team. They plan to include an expansion on the mag sonar function, an improvement that will make gathering materials easier to find in a future update. It will also be possible to filter the search to the gathering materials you're aiming for, such as meat only or red containers only, etc.
That's another good
On
change.
to the next question. Discriminatory remarks appear in the chat or via symbol arts and make me very uncomfortable. Will we be able to fine-tune display options for remarks made by other players?
This is a big one for
Let me answer
streamers
that.
as well.
We have confirmed that some users have made obscene symbol arts and have made discriminatory remarks in the chat. Sega does not tolerate this kind of behavior, and we are working daily to counter these toxic players. As a countermeasure, options to toggle display for each chat category will be implemented in the October 13th update. Additionally, you will also be able to toggle display for symbol arts for each category as well. Please give
What
it a
about
try.
bubble chat?
We apologize for the late response. We will continue to address these problems going forward.
Are you going to be able to turn off bubble chat?
That's all for the questions and feedback that I will be talking about today. Going forward,
But yeah,
I will
Mini Chris, I
continue
agree.
taking
These are
some
all
of your
these are all
feedback
great
to the
steps
dev team
regardless.
or the live ops team and sharing their answers
This-
with you.
This has me
Please
excited
also
for the
share
game
your
again.
thoughts and feedback regarding this show or the game with the hashtag NGS Headline on sites like Twitter. Additionally, we would like to hear more detailed feedback from players. There will be a survey going out soon. We're planning on sending out a survey to both Japanese and global players later in the month, so that we can improve our services. Please
Hopefully
let us
this
know
one
your
will be
thoughts,
more than just
not
did you
just on
spend
the new
AC?
bouncer class, but also on the updates.
No,
and
I'm sure they're
operations.
gonna be better about this survey.
That's it for the new NGS Operation Report segment. Alright, I mentioned this earlier too. We have a special video featuring the new region coming in the December update. For the first round of information on this, we'll show you a sneak peek of the new field. I wonder what sites we'll see. Now, let's check out this video.
Here we go. Ritum region. Camel-like Thames, it looks like. There's that pyramid Trinia. Looks like there's an oasis there as well somewhere. What is going on with the stars up there? Okay, and that is a... We had seen that before. That was a crashed tower. It looks like it's been converted into a city or something here. I'll be interested to read what's on that rock. Got, looks like a bunch of platforms leading you into the mountains here. Some new altars, as well as dolls. What are those altars? Looks like one of the enemies from Phantasy Star Universe, actually. Journey into the scorching desert this New Year's. Alright, interesting preview there.
As you can see, the Ritum region is a field inspired by a desert, and its scenery is quite different from what we're used to seeing in Alio. In the next NGS headline, we will be showing you more information regarding the major update in December. Please look forward to it. Up next is this segment.
NGS Satellite Information.
I'll be making some non-update related announcements about NGS. I think you'll be able to enjoy the game even more after seeing this. First, we have this campaign. A new campaign will start on Wednesday, October 13th, to celebrate the arrival of the new Bouncer class. The new Augment capsule that will make an appearance in the ARKS training program work very well with Bouncer equipment to make both melee and technique potency. Furthermore, players can receive a Salon free pass from the ARKS support giveaway campaign just by logging into the game. This is a good time to try out the Salon, with a campaign that rewards you with SG when you use items such as a Salon free pass. There is also the AC purchase campaign, which rewards you with an N color change pass. Next we have this. 6.5 million in Japan and 2.5 million overseas. We've reached 9 million ARKS worldwide, and there's an incredible campaign to celebrate it.
Nice they specified how much in each region.
A Twitter campaign is currently underway, where a whopping total of 9 million AC will be given away. Enter the giveaway by tweeting with a special hashtag for a chance to be one of the 900 lucky winners for 10,000 AC. We look forward to seeing lots of tweets. Additionally, there are rewards for players who say a specific keyword in-game, boosts events, and bargain sales. on to the next. There will be a special campaign to celebrate the release of Mission Pass. All players who log in during the campaign period will receive an End Mission Pass Gold.
Alright,
Players
so they're
will be
giving
able to
away
get
one for
even
free.
better rewards, such as gold rewards, by using the Gold Pass when doing the Mission Pass. Please take this chance to experience the extravagance of gold rewards.
And since this
Next,
is of the
we have
same
this.
system as before,
I
you're able to
touched
hold
on
on
this
to it
during
until
the
you actually
NGS
see a gold
Operation
set that you want to
Report
use it on.
segment earlier. But let me talk more about pre-announced urgent quests. Urgent quests have only spawned spontaneously since the game launched. But as we have received many requests, we will be announcing them ahead of time for a limited time. As for what we do in the future, we will decide based on the response to this. The schedule will be posted on the official website, so get your gear and battle power ready for the challenge. On
Glad
the
to see
next.
this.
Halloween Fiesta starts on Wednesday, October 27th. There will be multiple campaigns, such as a web link panel event, where the total tally of the points accumulated by all the players determines what luxurious rewards will be given out. We will also have the screenshot submission campaign, which anyone can participate in easily. Other than that, there will also be many chances for players to get fancy rewards. We sincerely await your participation. That's all for this installment of NGS Headline. We would love your feedback to improve both NGS and this program. So please give us your feedback and support via the hashtag NGS Headline. As a representative of the player base, I would also like to be the bridge between the developers and the players. I would also like to make NGS a game that's even more fun, so I look forward to your continued support from here on out. The next NGS Headline is scheduled for Tuesday, November 2nd. We'll be sharing information regarding the updates in November. There will also be
Alright,
information
I'm going to say
on
up
the
front
major
here, I
update
am
coming
likely
in December.
not going to be available for that.
And of course, we will continue to have the new segment, NGS Operation Report. Please look forward to it. Finally, please like and subscribe. Now then, next time, ARKS, I'll see you in the next NGS Headline.
Thanks for watching here on Tuesday night. I'll see you on next NGS Headline. Bye-bye.
Alright, so, we got a lot of information here with this one. A lot of really, really good information. Yeah, this is good. This was a lot of content, that's dropped. And, Chris, I will explain that in an upcoming video, as to why I'm not going to be available for the next NGS Headline, but I should be available for the one after for December. But anyway, yeah, a lot of good information here, a lot of... Frankly, Sega needed to do this today, or they were going to lose the player base. There's just no question about it in my mind whatsoever here. This was a make or break moment for them, and everything that they brought to us here today was really, really good. There's... Yeah, the fact that we've got the new battle passes coming, which are going to allow us to get into those new quests, featuring the Gigantics as well as the other missions. That's a big thing that's going to at least hold players over until the really big update comes, starting later this month on the 13th. Well, actually, no. Actually, everything releases on the 13th. What am I saying? It's the calendar that's going to help to hold players over until the 13th. Being able to know when each of the urgent quests is coming out. That's a big one to know about. Let's see. Of course, we got Bouncer coming out. We've got, as I mentioned before, those new battle passes. You got the mission pass and everything else that's coming out, plus the preview of everything that was happening with the new region. And the new region does look pretty good here. And something I've missed in the past, and I do want to make sure I bring this up real quick here. In the past, we've never actually seen this on the show, but I do want to make sure I am covering this here. So on the Japanese side, they do actually have a little bit more content, or not content, but external stuff. So like they've got BitCash, so they have a campaign going on for that until the 18th, it looks like. And then if I skip ahead a little bit more, it looks like they are doing something related to possibly an ARKS-themed jacket, as well as maybe an ARKS-themed phone case there for an iPhone. And then there's also this here for the TGS 2021 Online Tokyo Game Music Fest. So that's another thing that they have on the Japanese side. And then it looks like then they get into the rest of the campaigns that we have already for the global side of things here. The End Mission Pass Gold that they're just giving out, along with the upcoming Halloween campaign. So I just wanted to make sure I covered that here today, because I recently realized that those were going on, and I wanted to make sure I was bringing that up in this show as well here. Even though this is more a global themed side, I want to make sure that I am covering everything that I can here. But yeah, really, really excited for the new region. In fact, let me bring that up again here real quick if I could. Let's see. If YouTube will stop crashing on me, please. Yeah, here we go. So, yeah, the new region, Ritem. Let's see. So, that looks like the entrance to it. We're just standing, or rather, they're just standing way up high. Interestingly, I don't see the tower cocoon that was recently added to the region. So, it looks like this video may have been taken from several weeks back before that was ever implemented. Because we can actually see the tower quest that's supposed to be on that far bridge over to the, on the left side of the screen there. So, not everything is in this video here. And in fact, I didn't see any, okay, I take that back. There is a Ryuker device there. Big question is going to be, what is that mushroom-like formation in the back there? And of course, we got cactuses and things like that in the region. And of course, the Pyramid Trania. And then, of course, the other question is, what's triggering the sights that we were seeing in the sky there? Which I'm trying to get to now. Oh, actually, what was that a moment ago? Oh, that's just from the volcanic region. Yeah, what is causing this here in the sky to happen? What is this supposed to be, like some sort of a mass event or something, where a whole bunch of the drop pods are dropping at the same time? I guess we'll find out soon enough on that. And then, of course, this is that town. Got a Ryuker device outside, and it looks like you've got one of each of the stores there as well. Now, let me just back up real quick. Something I am not seeing here Yeah, where are the Resta and Reverser signs? Let me just back it up a little bit more. Yeah, okay, I did see one there. I saw one Resta sign. And there's like one over in the distance there, but they're like really limited. So, okay, so the fact that you could resupply yourself at the item shop now makes sense, since this is a region where you really can't pull that many out of the ground. It really makes sense for that function to exist now. And yeah, Rooks, I remember you saying something like that. Okay, and then of course we've got this thing here. I'm sure this will be translated in a very short time. I don't have the translation key on me right now to do that live. Because honestly, I wasn't expecting for something like that to even pop up here. The other thing that I'm wondering is what happened to that dark cloud. Where if you go to the bridge over to this area and you zoom your camera in, that dark cloud is not showing up. Or maybe we're already past that by this point. I'm really not certain. And then, of course, you got all these bridges up into the area. Which, to me, I thought this was originally going to be a big platforming area, but I guess with these bridges, that kind of makes it a little bit easier to get around. And then here's one of the new, well, a couple of the new enemy types. You got these lizard-like things, which apparently have these really puffy sacs on the side of their cheeks, which I think something like that exists in the real world as well, if I remember correctly. I just can't remember what it's even called. You've also got a giant... What do you want to even call that? It on the far right there's something that looks similar to... Oh, was it called Lapras? I can't remember now. The giant teddy bear enemy that was featured in episode 4, or was it Maxwell? And then these worm things. These are the things that I was saying look similar to an enemy back in Phantasy Star Universe. And even on the ground there, you've got those lizards there that look kind of like digs. And then here's the new doll type, which seems to be a ranged fighter. Yeah, and... yeah, I'm really curious about that mushroom thing in the back. Just what is that? Yeah, yeah, I agree with you there, Rooks. It's also similar to Devil's Toy Darkers. So yeah, it's this was a really good update from them. It was a really make or break moment for Sega. To show this, and yeah, I think maybe not exactly completely knocking it out of the park, but definitely enough to get like 3 bases or something like that. This was definitely a win for them, and it's going to be up to them to see how quickly they can now pump out content after the December update comes. Because that's the thing that the game has really been lacking. We're going to kind of still be in the situation that we are right now, where we're going to have Bouncer release. We're going to have the new battle quests show up, and then we're going to kind of be in the same pattern that we have been in for throughout November. And then we're going to get the new region in December, and so that's when we can kind of start to really expect things to change around here, hopefully. But yeah, this is good. This is something that has been sorely needed for the game. I'm really excited for it now to see just what is going to be happening in the future, and it's up to Sega now to really execute. I think that's the best way to put it. They need to execute at this point, and if they don't execute correctly, if we go through, say, December, and then it's another 6 months of waiting for... Well, no, they said that there should be smaller content, but I'm hoping maybe, just maybe, when they do the next major release, which would be in summer of next year, that just maybe we'll get 2 regions at the same time. I think that would be a good way for them to spice it up and get more content out. Plus, also, if they can give us even more battle types in the meantime, whether it be bringing out trigger quests in the new region or something like that, or maybe, I don't know, maybe doing something crazy like having, say, a region-wide trigger whereby there's like a special thing that happens throughout the entire region when you use those passes, which is available to everybody in the area, not just like a preformed team or something like that. Oh yeah, if they can add a shop pass into the mission pass, that would be a good thing as well. That would definitely allow free-to-play players to start being able to sell items on the shop then, and that would definitely help those players out as well. As long as they don't restrict that to the gold tier, of course. I'm also hoping that with the purchase of premium, you're going to get the gold mission pass tier for free again. That's the other thing I want to see, because they already set that precedence with base PSO2, and for them to not have that for New Genesis would not be a good thing. Even though you can technically get that through Star Gems, if I remember correctly. Betsujin, do you recall where they said that specifically? Was I talking over that at the time? Or did they say that somewhere else? Let me go back to this real quick. Where is the mission pass? Bring this back up here. Let's see. They go through this really fast here. It might be in another, in one of the further screenshots here. But I haven't seen it yet. I'm trying to skip ahead to the slides now. Let me see if I can get that through here. Here we go. Yeah, none of the screenshots here show it either here, so I'm not certain where they're actually seeing that from. So, if it is in there, it's just going by way too fast for me to just pause it at the right moment here. But if it is being included, that's actually a really good change to be coming as well. Because that's something that is sorely needed by the player base at this point. For players to just be able to, if they're a free-to-play player, just be able to throw some stuff up on the market as well. But yeah, that's this is really good news. I'm excited for what's coming, and yeah, we got Bouncer coming up in a week. In that case, and then of course for this upcoming week, we've got the scheduled calendar, which will finally give players the chance to pre-plan when they're going to be doing urgent quests. So, a lot of good changes announced with this one. A lot of exciting content that I'm definitely going to be participating in some of this stuff as well. Bouncer, looking at the release of that, I might not be able to address that until this coming, or rather until the weekend of the 16th. In terms of a live stream, as well as the new content that's coming with that as well. But yeah, this is exciting. I'm really glad that we're getting everything that's coming here, and we'll see how long this lasts us. That's the big question at this point. How long is this new content going to last us, compared to the content that currently exists? So, but yeah, that's my reaction on all this here. Excited for New Genesis again, but we will see how Sega continues to hold things together here. But yeah, let's, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and close things out here. Thank you for joining me today. Day has dawned. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you when Bouncer launches.